I want women to really think that they can really be anything they want. Don't put limits, don't limit yourself. You can do anything you want. Just find the right balance and just surround yourself with right people. Community is very important, and then you can be anything you want.
Hello everyone, welcome to the WODIGI Podcast, where we celebrate female entrepreneurs who have used digital marketing to grow their business. Through their journeys, challenges and successes, we'll discover how digital tools can be leveraged for autonomy, visibility and impact. Today, I am thrilled to welcome Tiana Andriantseheno.
Hello.
A digital marketing professional and social impact leader whose work bridges innovation and purpose. Tiana is an international CRM project manager at Publicis, but beyond her corporate career, she's also the founder and president of TTAN'ORA, an association created to support youth employability in Madagascar, where she originally comes from. An assopreneur rather than an entrepreneur, Tiana brings a unique perspective on how digital tools can be used to drive business growth, but also to create lasting social impact. Tiana, welcome. We're so excited to have you with us.
Thank you for having me, and I'm so happy to share this moment with you.
So, my first question will be, of course, about your association. What inspired you to launch TTAN'ORA, and how did your personal journey between Madagascar and France influence your work, you think?
Yes, I launched TTAN'ORA from a mix of the desire to give back to my community and the love for education. I always loved education. I was always involved into education projects, even if I was in Madagascar. And since I arrived in France, I'm really proud to say that I've never been alone in this journey. I've always been supported by my surroundings. So the basic idea was, how can I replicate that community support system for my brothers and sisters in Madagascar, for their journey and for also them to succeed. So that was the idea behind the project.
And that's a great idea.
Thank you.
So from what we can see, you've had a rich professional journey across France and Madagascar, balancing corporate experience, but also social impact. What would you say are the key lessons that you have learned while creating the association?
The key lessons that I've learned through this journey, firstly, is dare to start. I think we all have great ideas and great dreams, and I think the easiest thing is to dream. And the hardest challenges is to really tackle those ideas down and to really think about, what can I do tomorrow? If I want young people to have access to opportunities, then what can I do tomorrow for that? So I called a friend, I started the social media post, I declared the association legally. So it's really the next step, and the hardest part is really starting. Second thing is, allow yourself to be average, allow yourself to learn. That's the most enriching part of it, I guess, is to learn every day with all your partners and through all the projects that you're gonna make.
So it doesn't matter the mistakes, you just have to lean in and take a leap of faith.
Yes, and I think that's the most wonderful part of it, is for you to learn and to evolve every day.
And still on the topic of lessons, from what I've seen, you're working right now with a global brand, Nissan.
Yes.
So what parallels do you see between the strategies used in large companies such as Nissan or even La Poste, where you worked previously,
Yes,
and those that can empower smaller, purpose-driven initiatives like TTAN'ORA? What actually do you think that you could have used from this corporate classic experience into your personal project?
Yes, very good questions. Marketing is really something that we can transpose to any scale of like organization. First thing is, what's the audience? What's the target? Who are you talking to? Every customer partnerships, you really have to adapt the messages for all the targets that you are targeting. Second thing is, what's the value proposition? Either you are selling a product, if you are selling your ideas, whatever, you really have to demonstrate that you are adding a value proposition and you are doing things differently, or you want to do things differently. And I think the last is really scaling. What's the next move of this project? Wherever you are an association, a big brand, we're always thinking about what can I do better tomorrow? What's the next project launch? Those three things I think are really the key and steps that you can really transpose to any projects at any scale.
That's actually an amazing point of view, because it proves that doesn't matter at what scale you start, you can still learn from the big guys out there, and that it doesn't matter where you start from, you can still dream big and get those results. That's amazing.
That's it.
So with TTAN'ORA, you're tackling employability challenges for young people in Madagascar. How has digital marketing helped you reach, engage, and inspire audiences?
I think, firstly, the key was social media. The first essence of it's social. We humanize a lot our communication. We are putting a lot of our mentees, our mentors, our team, the behind the scenes of any project. A key thing is to really humanize your communication and to really be social. We interact also a lot of the community. We are very community based. We have a Facebook community in which we're talking with people, discussing ideas and etc. So really take it as like a community, and just play with your brand. Just play with the storytelling that you want to be perceived, and you want to people learn from you.
That means that it doesn't matter if you're working alone on that project. In fact, you're never alone, because you have to take into account the whole community, the people you're creating for. And,
and that's the project is really around community. So you have to really show them. You cannot talk about impacting if you were not showing the people that you were working with. And social media are also helping me a lot to just break those geographical barriers and to really lead this project even if I'm far away. Definitely. And I think digital marketing really helped us a lot to make this project successful.
Now let's get into more concrete stuff. If you had to talk about one tool in digital marketing or one key principle that has made a difference for your association, so for its visibility, its impact, what do you think it would be and why?
I think the key thing is the plan, the marketing plan or the content plan, whatever you wanna qualify it, but to really have like a calendar through a trimester or through a year of like key events, key thematics that you want to talk. And then just play around those thematics, either a post on social media, either a video, or just a visual that you want to share. But at least you have a storyline that you will follow, and that also will help you to brief. You have like a content team, a communication team. Marketing calendar is really a key. There will always be tools, tools, and etc. Just choose the ones that are the most practical for you. So I think, Canva, Adobe Express, those are like free. And if you can start at low cost, those are really good. And just learn from social media, meta and everything. Learn the basics, and then you will always can evolve later with time.
And you can only learn once you start to do it, of course.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. That's actually one great principle that you put out there, because also one of the challenges of digital marketing, it's not written in my notes, but I'm just thinking about it right now. It's that it's always changing.
Yeah.
And there will always be some new tools, and we share the same memory of our studies in communication and marketing, is that what they introduced us to a few years back is now
valuable. And
yeah, we did
valid
not
and more young.
see all the stuff that we have available today. We did not see them coming.
Yeah.
But what stays is the principle and yeah, learning to get on the wave.
Yeah, get on the wave and really storytelling. Like know your story, tell your story, and then you play around that.
And as a woman working in the digital space, what barriers have you encountered, especially in environments that might not always be inclusive? Yeah, how did you manage them?
I think one of the challenges that I made was literally to have led on big projects. I think if you really want to be involved deeper, you really have to ask for it. People will not come to you in a very spontaneous way, if I can say, because many things. You can be a migrant woman, you can be a woman, and a lot of like things. So you really have to go and ask for it. So that's what I did, either in my professional career or in my organization. I love taking lead of the project and I love the ownership of project. And I think that's really the key. When you are a migrant, you really have to go look and take your place wherever you go.
Doesn't matter the fear, you just have to try and make your stance.
Yeah, they're not gonna come.
Yeah, and people aren't gonna give you a seat at the table if you don't ask for it.
Yeah, that's it.
What's one mindset shift about digital marketing that you'd wish more people understood when starting your projects?
I think you really have to have in mind 3 words: good contents, good keywords, and good links. Whatever the platform that you are using, wherever the channel, you really have to push for something authentic, be sure of your content, and then, as I said, just play around it. You can do TikTok video, you can do on Instagram, Facebook. Those work differently, but if you have the good content, the good links, and the good keywords, it will be successful.
At one point, it's gonna get noticed.
Yeah, at one point, it's gonna get noticed. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's actually kind of a balance to find between curating your content as much as possible and putting something good out there, but also keeping it reliable and human
and authentic.
Yeah, doesn't feel like it's been standardized and everything.
Yes, that's it.
And looking back at your journey so far, what do you think has been your biggest moment of pride?
My biggest moment of pride. Oh my god. I think it's when we got in my association our first fund for a project. I think that was really like a key moment that I can really run a project, I can finance it, and then I can just do it. So that was like a big moment. I think it was 3 years ago when we got this first funding. And magically from that day, we won like 2 other ones. So it really connect what I said before. It's like, all you have to do is to start, the ideas will follow, and then at some point it's gonna work if you have the right mindset for it.
That's amazing. That also means that someone actually trusted you, put their money on the project. That must have felt so validating and rewarding. And it was actually the beginning of the concrete stuff.
Yes, and it's very empowering.
Yeah.
When people start believing in you, it's really empowering and it's really happy to push again for more.
That's definitely a moment to cherish.
Thank you.
And my last question will be, what do you hope women listening to this episode will take away from your story? What do you hope they get out of it?
I want women to really think that they can really be anything they want. I've always been both running a professional career, but also very socially engaged. Don't put limits, don't limit yourself. You can do anything you want. Just find the right balance and just surround yourself with right people. Community is very important, and then you can be anything you want.
Wow. I want to address you a huge thank you.
Thank you.
And after listening to you, I think we all feel so inspired.
Thank you.
And you've proven that even though WODIGI is about women entrepreneurs, actually initiatives like TTAN'ORA actually prove that what we need to tend to.
Yeah.
and all about showing the human side, creating quality content.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say that I think a lot of women are going to be inspired by what was said here today.
Thank you so much. Even if it's an association, if there are women out there who want also to start an association adventure, it's also like entrepreneurship. Like you really have to defend and you really have to run projects. I also encourage women to be invested in social causes because they are very, very, very important in our society nowadays. And thank you so much, Josephine, for having me. It was such a great time. Thank you.
Pleasure shared.
Pleasure. Thank you.
So that's it for today's episode. So don't forget to leave us a comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode.
Stay tuned.
Bye.